Alright. Exit corner, chapter 9. Once I figure out where I put there's the options button. Turn that text speed down. Alright. Once a cheater. Ahem. Chapter 9. Once a cheater. Previously on Exit Corners. Yeah, no. So, my wonderful ink, what is your decision? My decision is the green door. Green, you say, are you sure about that? Ink was not. Ink's gut was telling him to pick the green door, but he almost changed his answer at the last second. Something at the back of his mind had told him to pick the red door, but why? With a sigh, Ink did his best to ignore the doubt creeping into his head. Yeah, sure. Very well, I've opened the way. So now what? Now you go through the door. Or you could die. And gone. The green door, huh? Is something wrong, my dear? Was that really the right choice? I can't help but feel Ink's been tricked somehow. There's no way of knowing that, I'm afraid. Scent said that we'll need to do both eventually, so it might not even matter. Come now. Wait. What is it? I think one of us should stay here. Why? To keep watch or something? I'm not sure what that would accomplish. She's scared. I am not scared. I never said it was me who should stay behind. But you were about to. I could see it in your eyes. You want to stay in this room where it's safe. You want to sit on your ass and stare at your gentleman eye and cry out for your mommy. Don't put words in my mouth. I can see it in your eyes. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Oh, and my mother is dead. Prick. Stay here if you want. I don't care either way. With that, Ray was the first to step through the green door. The remaining contestants approached Lisa. You can stay behind if you want. I won't hold you against you. I mean, I assume you have a reason for suggesting it. No, forget it. I'm not going to give Ray the satisfaction of believing he's right. You know, Lisa, if you ever want to just talk for 5 minutes, I'm willing to listen. Might be a good idea to clear your head, you know? It's almost cute the way you're all flocking to me, convinced I need emotional support. Be honest, are you doing this because I mentioned that my mother was dead? Well, you are, aren't you? Grow up. People die all the time. Hey, no need to try and act so tough. Losing a parent can be devastating. Spare me the psych routine. I was just trying to make Ray feel guilty. If you really need to know, I don't even remember her. I was still a baby when she died, so it's not like I have any fond memories of her. I couldn't even tell you what she looked like. There's no need to console me. Got it? Or do you still want to play psychiatrist? She was just concerned, that's all. I need to get up in arms. I'm sorry that my childhood wasn't as traumatic as you would have liked. Can we go now? Yeah, let's go. The musty scent of old books hit Ink immediately. Huh. I guess it's a study of some sort. Strange, don't you think, the way Scent has arranged these rooms? You're right. Seems almost like, patchwork. Yeah, like that. Pretty random. No ordinary hotel would have a banquet hall next to a study, or have a boiler next to some weird cave. Well, we've already established that we aren't actually in a hotel. Still, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. There's no puzzle on the monitor, it's just a blank screen. Well, this wouldn't be the first time. There's probably a switch or trigger hidden somewhere. Ah, yes, like the valve in the boiler room. I imagine it's well hidden. Do you think it might set off a trap like last time? Possibly. Just be on your guard. I guess I'll start over there. With that, Aether broke off from the group and began to search among the rows of books. Wordlessly, the contestants split up. Ink began his search at the desks along the left side of the room. He wasn't sure what he was looking for, but figured that when he found it, he'd know. It wasn't long before Ink's search was interrupted. Aether? You feeling okay? Aether? Whew, yeah, I'm okay. I was holding back a sneeze. Guess I was making a bit of a silly face. Don't scare me like that. Sorry, it's dusty in here, that's all. Yeah, isn't it great? Great? It's the musty stench of old books. For me, it's a nostalgic smell. Comfortable. Of course. It smells like a library. Sure does. Brings me back, you know? They say that smell is the sense most closely associated with memory, so it's hardly surprising. You spend a lot of time in, libraries? Bookstores, mostly. I read lots of fiction and like to actually own the books so I can lend them out to people. You ever been into Bellbridge Books when you were younger? Tiny little bookstore downtown? I'd visit that place every other weekday when I was in middle school. Can't say I have. I'm very new to the city. Oh yeah, of course. If you only arrived in Bellbridge at the start of this academic year, then there's no way you'd have ever been there. Why? Did it go out of business? Worse. The place burned down. That was, what, 3 years ago? Nobody ever found out how the fire started, but the prevailing theory was that one of the lamps shorted overnight. BBB had books floor to ceiling, so it wouldn't have taken much to completely incinerate it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No need to be sorry. Nobody was hurt or anything, and I had sort of stopped going there in the years leading up to the accident. The owner actually ended up being one of my professors in first year. Now him, you can be sorry for. I'm sure he lost most of his hair along with the store. Aw, that's a real shame. So is this conversation going somewhere important, or are you just trying to avoid doing work? My bad. I got a bit carried away, I guess. Yeah, well, you're being real noisy, pal. Sorry. We'll get back to searching right away. Won't we, Ink? Yeah, back to searching. Aether and Ray continued rummaging around the many files. After a brief bout of listlessness, so did Ink. Ink searched high and low for something, anything, that seemed out of place. Minutes went by, but he couldn't even find a fraction of a hint. The other contestants didn't appear to be having any more luck than he was. Giving up already, Lisa? It's useless. We don't even know what we're looking for. And so you think talking to your father is a better use of your time? Yes, frankly. Every single detail I provide will bring him one step closer to finding us. Can you tell us which parts of the room you've searched so that we don't end up looking in the same place twice? I didn't bother to search very thoroughly. Might as well just do that whole side over again. I think we'd all appreciate it if you put in some real effort, Lisa. I'll put in the work when I've got a more meaningful job to do. We don't know for sure that Zent hid something in this room for us to find. You guys just decided that on your own. There's a good chance we're just wasting our time looking for something that doesn't exist, in which case, no, I won't be helping you. You want a more meaningful task? Then I'll give you one. How much room do you have in that bag of yours? Lots. Zent took most of my belongings. I think it would benefit us to carry around some paper and writing utensils. How would that help us? Don't you think some of the puzzles might be easier if we could write down potential solutions? Would it? Certainly. I don't know about you, but I'm very much a visual thinker. Writing helps me work out the problems. I'm with Beth. I think it'd be a big help if we had a pen and paper on hand. You can't spell think without ink, after all. Ink thought he might have heard someone behind him chuckle, but their voice soon sank into an awkward silence. No? Nobody? Anyway, you want me to carry around pen and paper for you, is what you're saying. Yes, that would be most wonderful. Sure, I can do that. At once, Lisa started stuffing her bag with slips of paper and a handful of pens while Beth supervised from behind her Gemini.
Did Beth really need to make such a big deal out of that?
She did it to make Lisa feel valued. I actually think that was pretty sweet of her. And to keep her busy. Not that I disagree with what she said, mind you. Pen and paper will probably come in handy at some point.
Meh. They can hold their arts and crafts sessions if they want. But it's not going to help us get this door open.
I didn't find anything suspicious during my search. Me neither. Maybe there's another way to advance? I can't really think of anything. Could we try to open it by force?
I've tried that already, remember? I'm pretty sure Sen has that base covered. Although, now that I think about it...
Something the matter?
I might be able to pick the lock.
You can do that? Why didn't you say anything before?
That's because I can't pick locks without any tools. But now... Yo, Lisa, come here.
What is it? I'm busy.
You find any ballpoint pens over there?
I think so.
What do you mean, I think so? Either you did or you didn't.
How do I tell if a pen is a ballpoint pen?
Just give me a pen and I'll show you.
Okay, here.
Thanks. Lisa, this is a pencil.
Is it? To be fair, it looks like a mechanical pencil, but yeah, definitely a pencil. How was I supposed to know that?
By looking at the fucking thing, maybe. See, you can see the graphite sticking out. Have you seriously never seen one of these before?
Well, no. Maybe. I don't know. Lisa, just give him that stack of pens you have before he blows a gasket. Here, take them. I'm going to keep looking for stuff to put in my bag.
Yeah, you do that.
So why do you need a ballpoint pen?
Some of them have a spring on the inside. Inside, they can be bent into a makeshift lockpick. Here, this one ought to work. Ray unscrewed the pen's two halves and fished out the clip that fed into the barrel. Attached was a metal spring. Yeah, this'll do. This is perfect, actually. Real firm.
Where did you learn to pick locks?
It's self-taught. You can look up how to do pretty much anything online these days.
For completely justifiable and non-criminal reasons, I hope.
I wanted to. Unlock stuff. It'll take me a second to fold this into the right shape. You guys have a look at the door, make sure it isn't, rigged or whatever. Okay. Ink scanned the door. Nothing stood out as unusual, but he tugged on the handle out of curiosity.
What's the verdict?
This door is, Go on. Spit it out.
This door is definitely locked.
You're useless.
You had me going there.
Alright, get out of the way. Let me try picking this thing. What do you want?
I'm going to watch you pick the lock. Watch you try, at least. Is there something wrong with that?
No, I just expected you to try to stop me or something.
And rob you of the opportunity to humiliate yourself? Hey, cut it out. Did you grab enough supplies? I've packed pens, pencils, papers, notepads, envelopes. Beth says we've got more than we're likely to need. She's still over there fiddling around with the Gemini, but you can ask yourself when she's done. It's alright. I trust you.
So, are you gonna get out of my way or what?
Right. Sorry.
So if I hold it like this...
I would not do that if I were you. That is not how the game is meant to be played. You are to solve the puzzle and progress normally. How are we supposed to solve the puzzle when the monitor doesn't have anything on it? There's no way to progress. You are an intelligent young man, Ink. I have no doubt that you'll be able to figure out what to do, given some time. Should anyone attempt to deviate from the path I have laid out, all contestants will be subject to consequences.
I call BS. You're just trying to scare us out of bypassing your traps and stuff.
Is that what you think, Mr. Nandon? You think that I prepare all of these challenges and not have any contingencies?
I think that it's impossible to prepare for every possible situation and that you're lying through your teeth. The fact that you're trying to stop me means that you think I'll be able to pick it, which I can.
The problem isn't that I think you can pick the lock. It's that you think you can pick the lock. Go on, then. See what happens when you try and defy me. Maybe we should just try taking our time with this.
He's bluffing. There's nothing to worry about.
Even if Scent is lying, isn't there a chance that something will go wrong? What if you accidentally mess up the lock mechanism?
That's not gonna happen, Aether. You worry too much. Listen, I'm just gonna get started on it. If you've got a problem with that, find another way to get this door open, and maybe I'll listen to what you have to say. Ink said nothing as Ray knelt down next to the door and began poking away at the handle with his impromptu lockpick. I don't like this. If it works, we'll save ourselves a lot of trouble. And hey, from what I can tell, Ray seems to know what he's doing. Doesn't it bother you at all that he knows how to pick locks? Don't you know that's a little unsavory? Look, that's the whole point of locksmiths and, you know, whoever it is you call in order to get the keys out of the car when you lock them in there. Not really. He said himself that he's the kind of guy who likes to know how things work. Who knows what random knowledge he's picked up over the years. I suppose that's one explanation. You don't seem entirely convinced. Do you not trust him? No, that's not it. It's just... Oh, forget it. See it yourself. Hey, I think it's starting to...
Ink found himself on the floor. The tremor, if that's what it could be called, had caught him off guard. He was unable to grab onto something before he stumbled and fell. When he was sure that the rumbling had stopped, he climbed back to his feet. In an eye blink, the room was a mess. What was that all about? Do you understand now? You are to solve the puzzle and progress normally.
Fuck, I almost had it.
Picking the lock is cheating, Ray. I abhor cheaters. See you make the ground shake a little bit. Terrifying. Do you think nothing has changed simply because you cannot see the changes? If you see nothing, does nothing change? If you were trying to sound profound just now, I think you missed the mark. Did I? Now, should I cater more to your sensibilities next time? Listen, are you going to tell us something useful, or are you just going to antagonize us? Very well, then. I'll be as direct as I can with my message. If any contestant cheats, every contestant will suffer a loss. You'd go so far as to killing us for not playing the game exactly the way you want? Don't be silly. I'd kill you for much less. It does leave a bad taste in my mouth, I will admit. Having to impose this limitation partway through Exit Corners is in rather bad taste. Since this is the first time the issue has arisen, allow me to explain how this is going to work. As I'm sure you remember, I have carefully placed explosives near the building's foundations. The way I have it set up, I would need to destroy 4 specific points in order to cause the hotel to collapse. Not a moment ago, I set off the first of 4. Every time I catch any contestant trying to cheat, I will detonate another. On the 3rd detonation, the hotel might collapse. On the 4th, it most assuredly will. What constitutes cheating? How are we supposed to know what we can and can't do? If I instruct a contestant to do something, they should do it. If I forbid a contestant from doing something, they should avoid doing it. That ought to ensure everything works out. How's that for emergent gameplay? But that's not fair at all. Hell, that's not even interesting. You might as well just ask us to commit suicide, since you can kill us if we disobey you. Aha. Ha. I wouldn't dream of it, Ink. I'm sorry, this new dynamic is not as compelling as you'd have liked. Making things up on the fly is not my forte. However, ensuring the game proceeds smoothly is my highest priority. In the interest of fairness, I will activate this room's puzzle for you. Though it is a different puzzle than what was originally scheduled, I ask that you still try your hardest to solve it.
Well, that fucking sucks. I was so close, too.
You aren't going to try again, are you?
I want to, but... if he's just gonna blow up another one of the foundations, what's the point?
At least the puzzle's online now. Is everybody ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Yes, I'm here.
Beth, is something wrong?
Let's worry about the puzzle for the time being.
Well, okay. Let's solve this thing.
No tile of the same color may touch. Diagonals count as touching. Alright, well. There we go. And then... These blue have to be there. The white should be there, there, and done. That was easy. Alright. Any idea on how to arrange these tiles? We can't put any same colored tiles next to one another. And I suppose we can't move the black tiles. Doesn't look like it. Though I don't think we'll need to move them to solve this. Anyway, it looks like the only movable piece in the far right column is the middle one. That space must be especially important. I think either a blue or a white piece should go there. There are more of those than either the green or red ones. True enough. I just might try that. And in fact, I've already solved the entire puzzle, so whatever. Lisa's probably the least useful. She usually is. Hey, Lisa. Yes? What is it? So, I have to ask. What are you messaging your father about? I'm sure you've already told him everything you could about your abduction. We're discussing other things. His company. My future. You don't have a future unless we make it out of here alive. And escaping starts with solving this puzzle. I know that. It's just that a lot of things are happening all at once. I'll look at the puzzle now, if that's what you want. It is. So, we aren't allowed to have any tiles adjacent to one another, is that it? That's the gist of it. You can't have any of them touching diagonally either. I'm not very good at these kinds of puzzles, you know? Come on, you could at least try. You really helped out a little while ago, remember? Yeah, but... whatever. Just let me think for now. It looks like there's one red tile, 2 green ones, 2 black ones, 3 white ones, and 4 blue ones. Right? Congratulations, you can count. Yes, that's right. Except the black ones can't be moved, so I wouldn't count those. Sure. Now where do you think the red one should go? Are you asking me because you want to know, or because you're afraid to come forward with your idea? Because it's obviously right in the middle, because it's the spot where no other one could go because it'd be touching everything else. It's alright, just say what's on your mind. Shouldn't the red one go in the middle? By middle, I mean one in the middle of the second column. There's only a single red one, so there is need to worry about it touching same colored tiles. Wouldn't it make sense to put it in the space that is touching the most other spaces? Oh, that totally makes sense. Good thinking, Lisa. Thanks. So, the red one should probably go in the middle, right? The middle of the second column, that is. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, alright then.
No 2 same-colored tiles can touch.
That's what it says. It kinda sucks that having them positioned diagonally counts as touching, though.
It'd be way too easy otherwise. I can see why Cent did it.
You're probably right. Think you'll be able to figure this one out?
Yeah, I'll be able to. Does this puzzle seem weird to you, Ink?
To be honest, no. This one looks pretty straightforward.
That's exactly what I find weird about it. For the other puzzles, there's always some kind of trick. This one seems less abstract. Like, you know, an actual fucking puzzle.
Well, Sent did say they changed the puzzles, didn't he? It must have been different before.
Did he? I don't even remember. Either way, it's a welcome change. Check back with me in a sec. I feel like I'll figure it out soon.
Any thoughts on the puzzle, Beth? The puzzle? I'm sorry, I haven't given it much thought. She doesn't look especially focused right now. Something's definitely wrong here. It's alright, Beth. Just take it easy for now. Thank you, Ink. I'm just going to leave Beth alone for now. Something's definitely bothering her. Alright. It's hard to find a spot for the blue tiles without having them touch each other. No, it isn't. This is the first thing I solved. Yeah, there are 4 of them, but only 10 movable spots total. Now that I think about it, there's only one place where they could go. Oh yeah? If you omit the rightmost column, the board is a 3x3 grid. And I think that the blue pieces need to be in the corners of that grid. If you arrange them by any other way, you'll have at least 2 blue pieces touching each other. Good observation. So the blue pieces will need to go into the corners. You figure it out yet?
Not quite. You know, you could try and help instead of just asking me to do it.
I'm just trying to get ideas from you guys so I can try to solve it faster.
Well, here's an idea. The space in between the black tiles on the right, I'm pretty sure a white tile goes there.
Oh, you think so? What about the other white tiles?
They go on the top and bottom of the second column, I think. Will that do?
Yeah, that should help. Thanks. Okay, that's everyone. Puzzle solved. Easy as pie. There we go. This should be it.
Yeah, door's unlocked. No reason to stick around longer than we need to. Come on.
Ray led the way through the door. Aether and Lisa not far behind. Instead of following suit, Ink hung back, hoping to catch the final contestant alone. Is something the matter, Beth? You've been really out of it. I've made a mistake. A mistake? Nobody seemed to notice, but... Oh, how could I have made the same mistake twice? Come on now. What could you have possibly done wrong? When the ground shook a few minutes ago, it startled me. I froze. Yeah, it startled me, too. Fell right on my ass. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, but I was messaging Earl at the time, and... Beth removed something from her pocket and held it in her outstretched hands. She cradled the debris with delicacy, as if that would somehow repair it. Is that your Gemini? How did it get smashed like that? I dropped it. How else would this have happened? Wow, they're not very durable, are they? I never imagined them to be. Oh, how could I have been so careless? That really sucks, Beth. I'm sorry that happened. You've got nothing to be sorry for, Ink. I'm the one who dropped it, and now I'm the one who has to pay the price. Who knows what these things are for anyway? You might not even need them. I don't need them. I need it. You hardly need it, Beth. It was mostly just distracting you from the puzzles. What I need is my son, Ink. That was the only way I could talk to him. You can talk to him again when you're out of here. Hell, I'll help you pick out a new phone if you want. That's very sweet of you, Ink, but I'm afraid that won't be of any help. We'll write him a letter then. That's more your style, right? That's not quite it, Ink. I can't get in touch with Earl through normal means. My son, you see, he's dead. Alright, yeah, he faked his own death, got it.